So hi, Katie here. I think I'd like to talk about today. I'm going to keep this quite brief, really. Excuse me. I take a drink of water. Um, I want to talk about the coronavirus and how it's actually a class issue. Um, Now, Boris Johnson and a lot of the establishment figures are saying, oh, don't politicize coronavirus. It's not the time to politicize coronavirus. And they're all saying we're all in this together, quote unquote, repeating former Tory Prime Minister David Cameron's much kind of maligned mantra now, because actually we're not all in this together. Because the majority of people, the government are saying everybody should work from home wherever possible. But the majority of people who can't work from home, who don't have the luxury of working from home, are actually happen to be working class people in manual jobs or in sort of retail, and they're expecting the lowest paid in society to actually go out onto the front line and be the frontline soldiers who are going to actually save the capitalist system from collapse, while still being paid, being the lowest beneficiaries of the capitalist system. And by not sort of mandating, pun not originally intended, but it is a very misogynistic government that we have, by not mandating rules, by leaving carte blanche for employers to sack people if they refuse to come into work, or if they ask to work from home and the employer doesn't let them, then he's actually he's actually taking away people's human rights. I mean, I think like what they're saying is what they're actually saying. I'm just looking at something. Sorry. Um, I mean, so like the 1% of people are prepared to risk the majority of us who have to go out to work. Public transport workers, retail workers, people, in the NHS and frontline for for peanuts, because they're usually the ones who get much more money than us, and they're the ones who are the main beneficiaries of the capitalist system. But they're going to be holed up in their nice little, well, nice big sort of detached houses, or even somewhere on the Cayman Islands, just kind of relaxing. So yeah, um, and I just think it's so wrong. And I mean, and I would like to say as well, if your employer dismisses you or threatens you with dismissal, and you have any of the listed conditions here, or you are pregnant, or you are a worker over 70, and you're well entitled to sue them for either age discrimination, sex discrimination, or disability discrimination. Because, make no mistake, I have diabetes, so and I also have another sort of chronic illness, which is a rare blood cancer. So we're in the groups who are more likely to, if we get coronavirus, it's more likely to be fatal, far more likely to be fatal. And so I think it's unfair, if an employer actually sort of expects you to come into work nevertheless when you're a higher risk. And as I said, it's also classist as well, because the majority of people who can work from home are usually either middle class or upper class workers. Um, so yeah, and that's what I wanted to say really. So we are in an emergency, but don't let them take away your human rights. Don't let them use this as an excuse, as the catalyst to suspend your rights as a human being, because everybody on this earth matters. And whoever your family are, whatever class you are, whatever race you are, um, you know, and yeah, I think that we should be very careful now. Um, because the people, you know, like Boris Johnson and Dominic Cummings and all those kind of like, you know, establishment figures are much more insulated from this virus than we are. I mean, they don't have to get on public transport and go to work each morning. You know, they get chauffeured around everywhere. But we're the ones who are the highest risk, yet we're expected to take the highest risk, and that's wrong. So yeah, so that's all I wanted to say really. So stay safe everyone, and please let me know in the comments below if your employer is discriminating against you. So yeah, and in the meantime, as I said, everyone take care, and please stay safe and don't be afraid to stand up for your rights. So yeah, take care all. Cheerio, bye.